Hello and welcome back. Before we start the next session, or before I upload it rather, I'm going to go back to the parts I did because I've received a bit of feedback that health doesn't actually help deal with the enemy. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this for future ones anyway, but not go back obviously. But I'm just going to walk through the ones I've already done and basically take an not in depth, but a look at the enemies we've encountered and help you deal with them. The only real enemy you'll have any problems with at this early stage is probably the angels with their heat-seeking lances, and mainly because they're more of an annoyance at this stage because you're massive amounts of health. But later in the game, they'll become much more of an annoyance because you have limited health, and they do actually do quite big damage with their ranged weapons. The problem with that is they also come in large numbers, so some will go melee and some will stay back and attack you at range, which would be a really big bother. But apart from that, they're not really much of an annoyance, and when you get your health back up later in the game, they'll just go back to just being a minor irritation rather than a full-out, enemy. The one you have to kind of watch out for actually comes after the intro, and that is the fat man who, well, he's not called the fat man, but I call him that because I don't actually know what he's called, but basically he's some sort of zombie, and he comes in several different types in the game, but the first one you'll encounter is the fire one, and basically he has some melee attacks, and he has a thing where, I don't know, farts at you or something. But basically all you have to do is look out for several key animations and stuff that tell you what kind of attack he's going to do. For example, when he's clutching his stomach and laughing, he's not actually attacking, so just take the opportunity to whack him a couple of times. But basically anything else he's doing, he basically is going to attack you with something. He's either going to hit you with a couple of melee, he might miss the first one, but he might hit you with the second one. Basically just block and you'll be fine. One thing to note though is when you do kill him, he'll kind of like start roaring and basically just get away from him when you think he's about to die, because he'll explode and take off a chunk of health. When you get on again, you'll come up against like what I call a golem. Now basically this guy has huge massive fists, and basically I find that always dodge into the side. Don't dodge backward when he does that splash attack, because it does quite a lot of, it has a large area of effect I find, and dodging backwards isn't always a surefire way. I mean, even dodging to the side isn't surefire, but I think you'll have a better chance of dodging his attacks when you dodge to the side. One thing to note is that fire wave he does has really insane range, so don't even bother trying to go backwards, just dodge to the side and you'll avoid it no problems. If there's anything kicking about, throw everything you can at him first before you go into melee. Try and chip down his health, because he has a lot of health and it's a really big pain in the ass trying to take it down. The first one's probably the most bothersome because of the confined area you're fighting. The other two, you're in more open terrain, and you'll actually see they have a limited pursuit range, so you can just run away from them. They'll walk off, you can kill some zombies, get some health back, maybe even find a health chest, and then go back and kill them. The other thing about the ones on the outside is there's lots of cars and debris kicking about you can throw at them, whereas the other one, you've only got a couple of chairs and a piano or two, which isn't really heavily damaging. On the subject of bosses, I mean, the first boss you find shouldn't give you any trouble at all, but there is one attack you should watch out for. When he grabs the tarmac, he'll do like a seesaw motion, and that's not going to do any damage. I mean, you get a minor bit of damage when he does that slam thing to grab it, but one you have to watch out for is when he actually picks it up to actually slam it down. When he does that, just double jump. Well, you can jump through the whole thing, and you'll probably come out fine, but if you double jump, which is basically tap the jump key twice on your whatever it is you're playing on, you should avoid that no problem. As you can see from what I've done, from what I'm doing on that playthrough, you can see that the card he throws out isn't actually an attack. It's actually allows you to attack him, and also basically the flame things he does, which is similar to the golems, is really easy to avoid. Just dodge to the side and that's you. I'll be doing much from the future sessions. I'll actually be helping you defeat the enemies rather than just seeing me kill them, so there won't be another tips and tricks one to deal with the enemies in the future. This is only because I received some feedback that even though they had seen me defeat the enemies, I didn't actually know what I was doing to them. So I'll make sure in future ones to just outright tell you. And yeah, thanks for watching.